Cascado's Filmmaking Studio presents Wholehearted Marketing!
Hi everyone, welcome to our latest Q&A session where our members get to actually ask the questions and you get to find out from one of our wonderful marketing experts all about a particular subject. Today I've invited the lovely Deb Perrett to speak to us about personal branding and styling. Deb's a personal stylist and certainly making me look a little bit dull today, but anyway. She's going to help us a lot more about this, and I just want to hand over to Deb to tell us a little bit more about what she does and how personal branding is a big part of your marketing.
Hi ladies, my name is Deb Perrett and I'm a personal stylist, and I'm passionate about empowering women with the tools so that they can define their own personal style, so that they can move forward with confidence and achieve their goals, whether they're business or personal related. So first impressions count, and we have only 10 seconds to make a lasting first impression. So feeling good about yourself is paramount in how you present yourself and how that person's going to relate to you. So your style comes from within, and you, even before you've uttered a word, people are assessing you and deciding whether they want to have any dealings with you. So if you know all that information, if you know your own personal style, and if you know your body shape, then that helps you determine your brand and move forward with success. So I do all sorts of personal styling, but branding is one of my specialties. So I do wardrobes and shopping expeditions and all sorts of other things as well. Yeah,
That all sound like loads of fun.
How are you, Kat?
Yeah, good.
It does. I'm very blessed with a lovely work environment and people's homes and all sorts of places to go to, shopping centres and so on. Yeah, it's just great.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Well, we've had quite a lot of questions for this one. It really did become quite a hot topic, which is great. So hopefully we'll get through them in time. And yes, so I'd like to start off with the first one. So I know we all like to think that we accept people for who they are, but we really do still judge them by how they look, as you said in your introduction. I mean, how much do you think someone's appearance can influence their business success? And are makeup and heels still necessary when you're networking or meeting clients and all those sorts of things? Are there different expectations depending on the type of business you run? I know that, people who run a health business might get away with wearing activewear, for business dealing sometimes, but compare that with professional services. What's your opinion on that?
So many questions, Kath. Okay, right. So the first thing is, okay, yeah. Well, as I said, first off, yeah, unfortunately, people do assess us within the first, 10 seconds whether they're going to have any dealings with it. So there are a couple of reasons. So the first reason is when we dress appropriately, we actually feel confident, and that conveys to the other people that we're dealing with. So, and that shows confidence to your client. So, for example, if I'm sitting at home working in a tracksuit, I might feel comfortable, but I actually dress a bit better than that if I'm going to be calling clients, so that I can feel empowered, and then I know that I'm going to get the results that I want to. But if I'm in my tracksuit, I might feel, not as empowered in the role that I'm really trying to, portray. And the second reason is that what does your client really expect to see? How, are they expecting to view you? So that's really important. So you gave the example of the healthcare person. Well, they perceive you perhaps not to be in a business suit. So it's really important what your client thinks or perceives how you should dress, in your role. Are makeup and heels necessarily? Well, it really depends on your, your market and really what you're comfortable in. So that really dictates what it is. But the most important thing is good grooming is really important. Good grooming, making sure your hair's brushed and you've got a hairstyle that's acceptable. And what was one of the other questions? probably got off the track a bit.
Oh no, you're all good. I think it was like, is that even if you're going out with networking and meeting clients, was that, is that when you dress up a bit more, or is it okay to go, just within your brand style, I suppose?
It is actually acceptable to go into your brand style, because it depends on what that other person is perceiving the way you should dress as well. So, like if I walked out if I was doing this presentation and I hadn't looked like I was a personal stylist, I was in my leisure wear, would you be seeing me as a credible person to provide you advice? So, it's really relevant to the role that you're projecting, that you're able to provide the service for. Yeah,
no, that's cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so now I am not a full makeup girl. Like, I've never been a full makeup girl. So I'm just wondering, as far as makeup goes, what kind of do you recommend as a minimum for those of us who don't like wearing full makeup?
I think the key to good makeup is actually good skin. It's good skincare to start with. So if you look after your skin, there's the old, feeling that everyone thinks you have to wear a lot of makeup, but you don't. If you look after your skin and you just wear minimalistic makeup, that can just, do an amazing pop to your face anyway. You don't have to be wearing lots and lots of makeup. And especially nowadays, the trend is to try and look as natural as you possibly can. So a good foundation and something that's going to last, like a little bit of powder will, keep your makeup staying off for the day. Lip gloss is great for those ladies who don't like to, put lipstick on. Just adds a little bit of interest to your lips, and just something, mascara, and if you can afford it, well, everyone seems to love the false eyelashes nowadays. So that's an easy one, because you don't have to do anything. You can just basically walk out the house and and you've done your eyes already. So
yeah, I've never worn
absolutely
ever.
Yeah, there's so many people with I'm amazed at the moment, just maintaining them, because it's like nails as well. You have to go there every month and get them maintained. But
cool. All right. So one of the biggest advantages of running your own business is that you can ditch the corporate suits and dress more comfortably. And you kind of touched on this a little bit in your introduction, but I mean, what basics do you recommend for a work wardrobe, especially if you are on a budget? And should you still dress for work, even when you're at home?
Well, I guess that goes back to my PJs. I feel might be more comfortable if you're sitting at home working, but I don't think it's really going to empower you. Might make you not in the right mindset, a little bit lazy. Might go and put the washing on, or get diverted doing something else because you're not in the right mindset to be working. So I thoroughly recommend that you put a basic clothes on, and if you are going from work environment to meeting clients, that you have a basis. So a basis that you can work from, whether it be casual pants and a casual top, and then you can go and top it up with accessories to jump out the house and make yourself look that presentable person that can meet those clients. You can have your basic nice pants on and top, and then have the wind sheeter or the fluffy slippers on, and then race out, and then have your nice shoes on and your accessories, and pop them on within a couple of minutes. But the best thing to do is to plan what you've got going on for the day. Like, some days you might not be necessarily seeing any clients, but if you know what you are actually going to do for the day, then you can start your day off. You've only dressed once, because women are all time poor, and we're trying to fit too much into our life anyway. And you can start from that basis. Yeah,
cool,
absolutely. So the basics I would suggest would be, go on.
No, go on, please. With the basics.
Sure. So the basics for a work wardrobe would be something which you're comfortable in. So if you're a pants lady, go for pants. If you're a skirt lady, try those. And they would be basic colours that can be mixed and matched with accessories and other tops that, florally tops. You only really need 20 basic items in your wardrobe that you can mix and match. It doesn't have to be a costly, scenario for you.
Yeah.
And don't go and you don't have to spend lots of money on accessories either. You know, the little wonderful shops that offer something for $5 or $10 can accessorize your outfits that can just make your whole thing pop.
Yeah, no, that's cool. I never know how to wear my scarf, but you know, I've got a few, and I sort of like go, oh yeah, I'm going to stick them on occasionally. Do you have any good suggestions?
Oh, there's so many different ways to wear scarves. Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Cool.
I can show you a few of those one day.
Yeah, no, that'd be really great. Okay, so do you have any suggestions? Because we're often dashing from school to after work to meetings and all that, and you've given us a few suggestions already. I mean, my greatest classic is that I'll often go from perhaps exercising to then having to go out to a meeting without getting there, and I've been known to throw on a better jumper and a pair of boots over the activewear pants. Do you have any good suggestions?
That sounds good.
Yeah, no, it kind of works.
Well, that look can actually work, I think, because nowadays, you know, activewear can look a bit like leggings and so on. So that can work, and you can have a nice longer jacket that can look like a shirt dress that could work for you. And the boots, well, I could actually see you in that. Really, I think going from one to another, I think the most important thing is for you to go into your wardrobe to start with. So you need to go and say to yourself, what outfits have I got in my wardrobe, and rid yourself of things that you're never going to wear so that you can find things quickly and know what goes with what. So your wardrobe should be a happy place where you're empowered every morning and you go, oh, wow, what am I going to wear? And you know exactly what goes with what because you've had a bit of a play and you know this is that outfit. And so when it comes down to the crunch, when you are going from A to B quickly, it's not a massive decision. It's just a really quick thing that, you know, materialises in your mind because you know what outfits are sitting in your wardrobe. And it depends on your style, but like I tend to put things in colours in my wardrobe or in outfits if that's more, you know, relevant. And then you can just, you're just ready and raring to go, and it's, you know, not something you have to really think about.
Yeah. No, that sounds like a great idea. Just having it so that it becomes automatic. And just, right, I've got these basics. I can throw these other things on. It's ready. I know what goes, and then I'm ready to take on the world. Really, yeah. So, all right.
Unfortunately, women wear 20% of their wardrobe 80% of the time. So my motto is, if you can't see it, you're not going to ever be able to wear it. So if you've got boxes of things and shoes tucked away and jewellery that, you know, you're never going to see, then you won't wear it because you don't know that you've got it there.
Yeah, I've actually
start with your wardrobe.
Just gone through and actually moved all my accessories into an own drawer that's actually the direct drawer beneath some of my work tops and things like that. So I actually remember to wear them. So
fantastic.
Right.
See?
You know, when they're in the bottom drawer, you never get there. So no, that's a great suggestion.
And change it if it's different seasons as well. Put different seasons away so that you can find the things that are winter related and trans-seasonal and so on. Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
All right. So shopping for clothes seems to get so much harder when we get older. I'm finding this, and I know that was something brought up by a couple of my other members. Most fashion seems to be for the young. And I've often found, and my husband's a bit of a stickler for this one, he thinks that a lot of older women's clothes is really frumpy. So what tips do you have for dressing for success when you're in your 40s and 50s and older?
It's interesting now because we don't really know half the time with, you know, all the cosmetic surgery and so on that's going on, how old someone really is. So they could be in their 50s, but they might look in their 40s. Mm. So I think it's the rule is basically dressing age appropriately, and if you can take it out there that you're looking like you're 40 when you're 50, then you can dress like you're 40. Unless of course your partner's 70 or something, and it's going to be fairly obvious that you're not that age. But I think what you need to do is you need to pay attention to your dress length. That's probably the most important thing. Yeah. And your body shape as well, because as your body shape changes, your menopause and so on, your midriff is usually the area that's going to stack on the weight. So you have to know your body shape, and you need to also pay attention to your arms. Your arms are going to be an area where, unfortunately, weight will come under our lovely little chicken niblets there, and things like where we might be wearing singlet tops, we perhaps need to go to something with got a little jacket on it, or longer sleeve, a cap sleeve, so that we're not showing that added weight that's appearing there. And there's nothing worse also if you're even thinner as you age. There's the extra spare runs of skin that are showing on your arms as well. So it's the aging process. We can't stop it. It's really unfortunate. But and the other thing is that the accessories, where we might have been able to go for the bolder accessories, well, we might have to tone it down a bit, because more subtle accessories might be the go as we get older. And probably one of the most important things that we need to note is our hair is going to change colour. We might have started out as a dark-haired person, and as we're grey and so on, we change the colour of our hair. So what actually was colours that suited our whole body and image when we were in our 30s might necessarily be that in our 50s and 40s and so on, because we've changed our hair colour to blonde some other colour, and so we probably have to go and reassess our whole wardrobe now, because that colour wouldn't suit us now, because our hair colour and our skin colour has changed. Our skin actually fades out when we get older as well. And be very careful of makeup, because too much makeup as you age will make you look older than what you are. Some of the other things is you might have been able to wear black, and black high on your neck now might make you look really older. So one of the tricks would be to accessorise it. Scarves are the best things for those sort of scenarios.
Talking about body shape, how can women determine their body shape, and how can we use this to help create their personal style? And look, this is a particular problem for me. I have a very curvy bottom half, and finding clothes that fit is really hard. So just trying to work out that sort of thing, and being able to balance that out and look great no matter what shape you are. Absolutely.
So styling is all about visually creating a balance in your body. It's just that visual scenario. So there are different shapes that we have, as we say that there are. So there's what's called a triangle, where our shoulders are wider than our hips. There's another shape called inverted triangle, which is the inverse. There's the shape which is the apple, where most of our midriff and our upper body and lower body is exactly the same shape. There is the bean, which most of the models are, which is just straight up and down, and they can wear anything they want.
Because that's who the clothes are designed for.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. And the one that most people don't really understand is the hourglass. They think an hourglass belongs to someone who's a size 8, but you can be size 24 and be an hourglass. So that's really the shape that where you're evenly balanced. So the top part of your body is evenly balanced to the bottom half of your body. And visually, that's really what we're trying to create, whether we're an inverted triangle or an oval or a triangle. We're all trying to create that hourglass figure, basically. So the effect of stripes and diagonals and patterns and so on your body, that's what you need to be careful of. So, for example, if you have most of the population actually has the body shape of an inverted triangle, that is, their shoulders are wider than the bottom part of their body. So what you would be doing as an inverted triangle is you would perhaps be putting horizontals on the bottom part of your body, or skirts that made the balance going on the bottom part of your body to balance the top part of your body, and then you look evenly balanced, and then you look like you have a great hourglass figure.
Right.
Yeah, and so there's other tricks as well that visually you can do. For example, ladies have long waists or short waists, and so where you place your belt on your dress or where your dress line finishes will be either accentuating or decentuating the fact that you have that long waist or short waist. So it's all about just creating that visual balance, basically, when you're shopping and having a bit of a play, or employing a stylist, or asking the stylist in the shop, which, the shop assistant, to help you out. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. So finally, what are your top 3 tips for creating an authentic personal style that really reflects you and your brand?
I think you need to understand your body shape and what works for you. That's the most important thing. If you know that, then you've just got the tools, and then you're empowered as well, because you can make appropriate decisions. The second one is really to have a soul-searching thought into yourself as to, what do I really like to wear? Do I like to wear flat shoes? Do I like to wear stilettos? What do I do in my work day? Do I like to wear trousers? Do I like to wear skirts? Do I really like the blazer effect if that's what's required in your environment? If that's what your customer perceives that you should be wearing, do I really like that? Do I really like scarves and accessories? Am I just a girl that doesn't want to have that look? That is just so important in coming up with all those decisions. And probably the last one is really, what does your market, or what does your ideal client perceive the way you should be, dressed as?
Yeah.
In the corporate world, it's usually perceived, the head of the company really probably dictates the dress code for the people that are employed there. But in your own business, it can be you that is deciding that, but it is going to be your ideal market, which will have a perception on how you should be presenting yourself when you have those dealings with them, and whether they trust you as a result of the way you're presenting yourself.
Yeah, no, that's a really good point. Absolutely. So, All right. Well, Deb, thank you so much for sharing your wisdom with us today. That was fantastic. And yes, I'm sure that if there'll be a few people keen to go and check out their wardrobes again and see if they need the services of a personal stylist. I'll pop your details up on the blog when it goes up. And
fantastic.
Thank you so much again.
Thank you. Thank you for the chat. It was really fun. Thank you.